Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. Hey, my name is Coleman. I like to watch the movie, I laugh and stuff, and the original link to the video is top script at Discord below that, so that's good.
He can see you now. Sir Humphrey, he's very worried that he seems responsible for something he can't change.
Yes, I'm sure. Responsibility without power, the prerogative of the eunuch throughout the ages.
I can't believe that was a thing. So a eunuch... I'm pausing during comedy videos. I'll be quick. So a eunuch was like, at birth, like, you circumcise, but you circumcise the balls, right? And so, like... And like, I heard, like, eunuchs, like, were the ones to, like, guard harems in, like, Islamic, I'm not sure, areas, and that makes sense because they're gonna have no sexual drive. I'm thinking, like, a eunuch, they just cut the whole thing off, but then that would lead to awful infection, and how would you urinate? So I'm guessing it was just the testicles that were removed. So basically, they were neutered, right? A eunuch is a neutered person who can be more trusted because they don't have the same male, male stuff.
Good morning, Humphrey. What was that you were saying?
I'm sorry.
Ages.
Good morning, Humphrey. What was that you were saying?
Oh, nothing, Prime Minister. I understand that you're worried about the local
Yeah, I'll react to that, sure.
Humphrey, I'm
Oh,
worried
you
about
will?
the Department of Education.
Ruined. That was another video of mine reacting to Little Britain. Terrible start. Guys, we're starting over. No more interruptions. Go.
He can see you now.
I
Sir
could
Humphrey,
restart the video,
he's very
but
worried
nah.
that he seems responsible for something he can't change.
Yes, I'm sure. Responsibility without power, the prerogative of the eunuch throughout the ages.
Good morning, Humphrey. What was that you were saying?
Oh, nothing, Prime Minister. I understand that you're worried about the local education authority.
No, Humphrey, I'm worried about the Department of Education and Science.
Indeed. In my opinion, the DES does a splendid job.
Be that as it may, look what's happened to education in this country. This is a question from a religious studies paper. Which do you prefer, atom bombs or charity? Maths is becoming politicised.
Atom bomb.
If it costs £5 billion a year to maintain Britain's nuclear defences and £75 a year to feed a starving African child, how many African children could be saved from starvation if the Ministry of Defence abandoned nuclear weapons?
I know it's a comedy, but that's a ridiculous argument. Because I shouldn't explain it's a comedy.
How many African children could be saved from starvation if the Ministry of Defence abandoned nuclear weapons?
That's easy, none. They'd spend it all on conventional weapons. In any case, it's just a sum. 5 billion divided by 75.
But the children aren't learning how to do the sums.
No, indeed, but the local education authorities might argue that they don't need to. They all have pocket calculators.
But they all need to know how it's done. Look,
The classic excuse in math class in middle school, high school. Why do I have to be tested when I'm always going to have a calculator? Especially when iPhones became a thing.
we were all taught basic arithmetic, weren't we?
Were we? What's 3,947 divided by 73?
Oh, I'd need a pencil and paper to do that. No, never mind that.
Yeah, I forget.
I could do it when I left school.
But now you'd use a calculator.
That's not the point. I mean, look at Latin. Hardly anybody knows that nowadays.
Tempora mutanta nos et mutamur in illis. Times change and we change with the times.
Question.
Precisely.
Question, guys. So when I was in high school or in middle school, I don't know if Latin was offered in middle school, but starting in seventh grade, you start to learn a language, and you have to choose one, either Spanish, French, or in high school there was a Latin option. There might have been one in middle school, but I'm not sure. Obviously with Spanish probably being the most useful in the U.S., French sort of, and then Latin if you're going to be a law student. But over in the U.K., where Spanish is much less needed than in the Americas, I'm guessing you can learn Like instead of Spanish, French, and Latin, is it Latin, German, and French? Something like that? Or like I'm asking, like what out of what? How many of you? What percentage of students learning a language in high school and middle school over in Britain were doing Latin?
Times change and at the times.
Oh, precisely.
Si tacuises, philosophus mensis.
What does that mean?
If you'd kept your mouth shut, we might have thought you were clever. Oh, not you, Prime Minister. No, that's the translation.
No one would ever have thought Sir Humphrey was saying that about you.
Go away, Bernard, please.
I can't believe it, Humphrey. You had a conventional, strict academic upbringing. Are you denying the value of it?
Well, what's the use of it? I can't even call upon it in conversation with the Prime Minister of Great Britain.
Education in this country is a disaster. We're supposed to be preparing children for a working life. 3/4 of the time, they're bored stiff.
Well, I should have thought that being bored stiff for 3/4 of the time was an excellent preparation for working life.
The school leaving age was raised to 16 so that they could learn more and they're...
Let's be real, I've never really had a working job in my life. What did I ever do? I was a caterer for a bit with my friends. There's a catering company and we would go and like cater weddings and whatnot. I worked at the CVS Classic, which was a golf tournament in Barrington each year. And I worked 1 year as a purchasing temp at a Leach Garner metal product manufacturer. I haven't had a lot of jobs.
Well, I should have thought that being bored stiff for 3/4 of the time was an excellent preparation for working life.
The school leaving age was raised to 16 so that they could learn more and they're learning less.
We didn't raise it to enable them to learn more. We raised it to keep teenagers off the job market and hold down the unemployment figures.
Are you saying there's nothing wrong with education in this country?
No, of course not, Prime Minister. It's a joke. It's always been a joke. And as long as you leave it in the hands of the local councillors, it will remain a joke. I mean, half of them are your enemies anyway, and the other half are the sort of friends who make you prefer your enemies.
Well, what are you saying?
I'm saying that education will never get any better as long as it's subject to all that tomfoolery in the town halls. I mean, just imagine what would happen if you put defence in the hands of the local authorities.
Defence?
Yes, give the local councils 100 million each and ask them to defend themselves. We wouldn't have to worry about the Russians. We'd have a civil war in 3 weeks.
You're just being silly.
Am I Prime Minister? Well, that's what's happened to education. And why? Because nobody thinks that education is serious the way defence is serious.
You mean that's why civil defence is left in the hands of local authorities?
Of course, because everybody knows it's a joke. You just don't leave important matters in the hands of those clowns. And as you've left education to them, one must assume that until now you have attached little importance to it.
I think it's extremely important. It could lose me in the next election.
Ah! In my naivety, I thought you were concerned about the future of our children.
Oh my god, that was amazing. Hacker versus Humphrey, a compilation. That'll get, I'm sure.
The fact of the matter is...
I'm sure that'll be great. But I'm sure it'll get copyrighted. That was funny. Love y'all if you made it to the end. Hope you're all doing well. If not, you'll be good soon. Don't worry. Emotions are fickle, my friend. Chin up. I always realize, though, that my saying there also means that if you're doing well, you could be doing really bad soon. But then you could be doing really good soon. Bye, guys.